Okay, you guys, how y'all doing today? Hope you're all having a great day. I'm gonna give it a second to catch up.
Yep, I'm not on here.
Yeah, let's see if it's showing up. If you could give us a 5x5 and let us know that it's
Here we go.
seems like we're on. Okay, awesome. You guys can hear us, correct? Cool. Thank you, Minute Man. Um, Congratulations to Coffee First. She was first, second, and third.
Or so she said.
Never had that before, but congratulations. Who else is in here? Hey Ed, Minute Man. I think I saw Mary Miles was in here too. Um, thank you for the 5x5, you guys. We might do like a conflicted card or something like that towards the end. We'll just see how things go.
Let's call it a free for all Thursday with conflicted, but anything anybody wants to talk about, bring up.
Yeah.
Feel free. Anybody wants to join the panel, feel free.
Hey, little lone prepper, good to see you. Hey, Red Dog, good to see you. I'm glad you're in here today because I wanted to make first. I guess we'll talk a little bit about us. If you're watching this on the replay and you just found us, I'm Kelly and
I'm Rambo.
This is Rambo, and we are the prepping artists. So we were going to have a meetup like at a campground or something like that in September. We might have to put that on hold because there's a lot of things up in the air right now.
Bummer.
Yeah.
That's my fault, kind of.
Well, he went to the orthopedic surgeon, and you guys, if you've been following us for a while and stuff, you kind of know about what's going on and with the VA and stuff. And we finally got into the orthopedic surgeon. However, he's still waiting on a stress test, which isn't until September 4th, I believe, or something like that.
And he's the guy that's going to do my shoulder replacement. So we showed up, and all of a sudden they're doing x-rays of my knees, which was a surprise to me.
Yeah, so now this is what he needs. The orthopedic surgeon said he needs both shoulders. He needs a total reverse shoulder replacement in both shoulders. One of his knees, he's had both knees total replaced. One of them he had done in 2013.
Yep.
2013, and that's the one that he said is going to need a revision on it. The problem, so if you guys are praying people, we really ask for your prayers right now because he's got to have a couple of different bone scans. There's something going on with that knee, and he's just not sure if it's just if there's an infection in there, which after all these years he said you can still get an infection in your knee like that.
But definitely the implant has come loose, so it needs to be redone.
Yeah. Unfortunately, if it's an infection, which is why he's having the bone scans done to check beforehand, if it's an infection, what they have to do is go in there, take out the knee replacement, put in a temporary one, and then he has to be on antibiotics for a really long time, and then they go back in and do another and put in the permanent knee replacement. So we're hoping that that's not the issue. We're hoping there's no infection because then that's going to be a lot longer and a bigger ordeal. I don't think it is, but he doesn't know either. So that's why he needed to do, has to have the bone scans. I think that's what they are, bone scans. He has to have two different ones
done. To have radioactive dye injected and then come back several hours later. And it's like, and since it's service connected, it used to be with my other knee replacements, I would have 13 months of temporary 100% disability rating. Well, they've knocked that down. They've changed the rule. You only get 5 months. And also, used to be you'd get 30% for a total knee replacement if it had to be revised. Then it automatically bumps you up to 60% for that knee, but they may have changed that too. They may be screwing me over with that.
Yeah, the VA is, if anybody's dealt with it or their family or anything like that, it's a really long, drawn out process, and they try to screw over veterans as much as they possibly can. Honestly, I didn't know how bad it was, like with how they treated the veterans until we got together and we got married. And it's totally opened up my eyes to just all the crap that goes on and stuff. I mean, they've been through enough, you know. They go out, they're willing to die for the country, which is turning into a shithole anyway. But I mean, you know, willing to do that, and yet when they get disabled or something from being in service, they treat them like crap. They take forever to get anything done, because you guys know that have been here about him needing that stress test for his shoulder, because he was supposed to have the shoulder surgery. Oh gosh, that was like what, 6 months ago or 8 months ago. And I've been hassling them to get this stress test done. So he's finally got an appointment to get that done, but it's just like, it's ridiculous, because he could have had at least one of the shoulders already done, and then all we'd have would be the knee and the other shoulder now. But because of this, it could take like 2 years to get all this done, just because you can't do them together at the same time or anything. So they're all individual, separate ones.
I have a feeling SHTF is going to happen before then.
Yeah, so that kind of worries me a little bit. Hey Shannon, good to see you.
I'm jealous. Shannon's camping out.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, so we really wanted to have a camp out in September, but with this going on, it's like I don't want to schedule something and have it scheduled and then not be able to do it because of his surgery. And I don't want to have to change the surgery because it's been so hard and so long of a process, and he's got so much stuff that needs to be done. So, I mean, you know,
Yeah,
it just kind
I
of
was
sucks.
thinking about, you know, like Tyler State Park, which is half an hour from a gun range. Like, meet up a bunch of people, maybe go to the range for the day.
Hey, McBean Scotch Fitness, good to see you.
But of course, now
Candy
that's all
Prepper.
put on hold.
Yeah, so unfortunately, everything kind of is put on hold. And also, when he has these surgeries, he's going to be laid up for a while and stuff. So he's been working extra hard trying to get some stuff done on the land. We're working on, he's working on a few different projects at once. He's doing a guard tower out front.
Fixing to build one up back.
He needs, you know, we still need to do some work to it, but he's got the base of it done. We're gonna get some sandbags taken care of, get some barbed wire. There's a lot of things to do, but we're trying to kind of fortify the little homestead here that we have. You know, it's not a lot, it's not great or much, but it's ours, and we want to keep it. You know what I'm saying?
Plant
So
thorny bushes.
Yeah, so we're trying to. That's kind of where our goals are right now. Like, which is what I was going to ask you guys too, to put in the comments. What are you guys working on right now and stuff? What are some of your guys's, you don't have to be super specific, but like where do you think you need to start, you know, making sure you've got done? Like I said, we've lived here for a year, so we haven't been here very long. So we're trying to get the outside fortified and stuff. You know, there's just so much to do. And with him being going to be laid up, trying to get as much stuff done as possible. Go ahead.
I'm going to try and hunker down instead of bugging out. So, you know, I'm getting a little old to be trying to bug out.
Yeah. And, you know, bugging out is just not, it's not fun. Like, you know, some people might be excited about it. Sure, it might be fun for like a week or something, but then when you're having to hunt for your own food and you're maybe having to travel from place to place and you can't stay in one area and stuff, it's going to get old and very tiring very quickly, trying to find water. I mean, just all that kind of stuff. So we're doing what we can to keep this place as secure as possible. I mean, you know, I'm kind of an optimist, but I also am a realist, and I know that there might come a time where we do have to leave, unfortunately, and that would be a sad day because you just can't take as much stuff with you when you bug out. And
some of my defensive things that I use for security are freaking heavy. I sure wouldn't want to have to lug them all over the world.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we just had our birthdays last weekend, and for our birthdays, we kind of treated ourselves to some body armor and stuff. That was our birthday presents.
Man, that stuff heavy.
And that, yeah, so we're kind of getting used to wearing that around and stuff. But yeah.
Yeah, I got a M1A with a scope on it, and I'm
coffee first.
That sucker's so heavy. I'm starting to think maybe I ought to do iron sights instead of scopes.
Kamala's gonna fix everything. Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah, that's something that worries me right now. I'm a little bit worried about is I don't think that she can win. Thank you, coffee first. I don't think that she could win. What's the word I'm looking for?
Legitimately?
Yeah, yeah. Um, if she does win it, it's gonna be because they stole it somehow or whatever. Speaking of which, I want to ask you guys if you guys have heard this. I haven't really had time to do any super deep dive research in it, but I did see on X a few people had posted that the Social Security had been that your Social Security numbers have been that they why cannot words come to me today? Um hacked. Hacked is the word. So they are, I don't know what's going on. They're saying that every single American Social Security number has been hacked. I don't know if that's true or not, or if that's just something some people had said. I haven't checked on it. But if that's the case, that's some really scary stuff, because what are they planning on doing with them? It was an inside job. Are they trying to give them to the illegals coming in so they can vote? I don't know. Hey, Jules, good to see you. Yeah, lock your credit. Exactly. But you know what? Does that cost anything to lock your credit? I don't think it does, actually. I'm not sure. But
How do you
then
do that?
you can go to like Experian or something like that and
Okay.
have them lock your credit, but that also means you can't apply for anything or do anything.
Mhm.
It'll just lock it up where nobody can do anything or do anything with your card. Yeah, there's no fee. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't sure about that. Okay,
Kind of,
yeah, Ed did hear about that, a verification company.
yeah, it's kind of like I I
Hey,
want
Michigan Outpost.
I want to buy a 4-wheel drive 4-door pickup, and A, to haul building materials,
Hmm.
B, bug out if I had to. Um, and then I were put in for a increase in my disability rating first of the year. Still waiting on that. So it's kind of like I might get an increase on the rating. So um, I'm trying to hold out and wait to get the truck after I get the rating, so I could maybe afford a better truck. We'll see.
Yeah, and back to the camping thing or whatever. So I will let you guys know if we do change your mind and decide to have one and stuff. But I wanted to bring up that Red Dog in Oklahoma. He's having a Red Dogs retreat in October. So we're gonna try to make it to that one and stuff. And I'll see if I can find out the details and like post make a post on our page or something like that for it too. Yeah, yeah, it's not hard to do the locking and stuff, but like you said, you have to, if you remember your passwords and stuff, and then you have to unlock it if you're applying for credit or something like that. But
Does it do anything to build your credit?
to lock it
Uh huh.
doesn't
I
help
wouldn't
build
think
it.
so.
No, it just keeps it from anybody being able to do anything until you unlock it. Um, yeah. Let me get a drink real quick. What else? Oh, I was gonna talk about the chickens too. Um, you guys know we've been having a lot of problems with predators and stuff. So we got some hardware cloth. We do have baby chicks. I said I wasn't gonna get any more. I changed my mind.
And turkeys.
Got 4 baby turkeys and 19 baby chicks. Which we only ordered 18. They sent us 20, and one of them didn't make it past the day that we got it, but the others are doing great and stuff, so that's awesome. But we're working on our chicken coop, getting that all set up. We've also been putting a trap outside for raccoons and opossums. In total, we have caught 6 opossums and 3 raccoons. So, you know, we're working on it. Hey, James Trump, good to see you.
And we've got a trail cam out. We haven't caught a raccoon
In a few days.
in a few days, but we see them walking around. So I'm trying a different location and a different bait for the trap.
Yeah, we're trying because I put the trail cam right by the trap so we could watch and see if anything was out there in the middle of the night. And one night there was like 3 stinking raccoons out there. We wound up catching one, the other 2 got away. But the last few nights, there's been a raccoon out there because I see it, but we haven't been able to catch it or anything like that. He was gonna make a guard tower in the back by where the raccoons come in at and stuff, and sit out there at night and wait for it and snipe it off. But
Yeah,
I don't know,
last night. What time was it when the raccoon came by?
like 11:30 or something.
Yeah, I feel like I won't have to stay up all night long.
Well, it also depends because sometimes they come in at like 3 o'clock.
Yeah,
so
true.
it just depends. But last night it was then. But oh, okay. Hold on a second. I missed something. Oh, Michigan Outpost. Oh, your baby gets discharged tomorrow. That is such good news. I'm so glad for you. That's awesome. James Trump is sighting in rifles now and stacking food at the moment. Yeah, that's something we were talking about, is we need to sight in our rifles and stuff.
Yeah,
so we're working on.
I want to go to a range that at least 100 yards. Some of my rifles I want to range in zero in for 200 yards.
Yeah. We are building, kind of working on building a range in our backyard, but that's not our top priority at the moment, just because we need to get these chickens safe. We've also been building a fence and working on a barn for horses. But we kind of are taking a little bit of a break from that to just get these chickens just safe, especially since we got some new babies and stuff. It'll be a couple months before they go out there, but I just want to make sure that they're safe and we don't have any issues with them, because like I love my chickens or my babies. Right now for adults, we've got, okay, this is kind of funny. We've got one turkey, named her Maggie. But we have a rooster who is I love this rooster, man. He is so good. He is always taking care of his hens, following them around, making sure they're not in trouble and stuff. He is a wonderful rooster, not mean towards us at all or anything like that. But we named him Charlie, and we have 3 hens. We named them Charlie's Angels because they're 3 white longhorns. So we got Charlie and his angels. So I thought that was kind of cute. Hey, the Watchman, good to see you. Hey, Rabbit Coyote, good to see you. If I missed anyone coming in, I'm so sorry. So I still need 17 more roosters. When we started out, we had 4 or 5 roosters. One of them was a little turd that would chase after. He was a mean one, so I wasn't too upset when the raccoon got him. But yeah, so we've only got 1 rooster left due to raccoons and opossums that kept getting them and stuff. And I'm like, this one I'm protect. All right, this is kind of funny too. In our bedroom, we have like a master bathroom, and we've got a extra room in there where we put like kind of like a mini fridge. It's like maybe a dorm size fridge or something like that we put in there for cold drinks and stuff like that. Hey, Pilgrim. And after there was some raccoon issues and stuff, he got kind of scared. And the rooster did. And for 3 days, I would have to bring him inside and put him up on top of the fridge because he wanted to perch up. So he wanted to be up higher. Put him up there, and he would sleep in there all night long, not cause any problems until 5 o'clock in the morning, and he'd start doing his crowing.
Yeah, the first time we just put him in there, and he jumped up on the fridge.
Mm-hmm.
So then I put a towel up there and lifted him up there.
Yeah, and we did that for a few nights, and then now we have a patio door on our bedroom that goes outside, and we've got one of those big IBC tote things for water right next to the door and stuff. And now what he does at nighttime is he comes up there and he jumps up there, which I kind of like that, because he's close enough where if there's a problem, I can hear him making the noise, because he's done that before. My turkey accidentally fell off of her perch somewhere off of where the coop area was, fell to the other side of it, and she wound up coming by our back door and sleeping on the ground. I wasn't very happy with that, but I didn't know what else to do. Well, a raccoon came out there and came after her. And that rooster, oh man, he's such a good boy. He jumped off of his perch to go over there and to help her. Neither one were injured. They were both fine. I heard the ruckus and I ran outside and, got the raccoon and stuff. And I didn't get him. He scurried away. But regardless, both of them were fine and safe and stuff. But that rooster, man, he'll protect his girls, even the turkey. And I was so amazed by that. It was pretty cool.
And it's kind of funny. I have two 1911s. I have one that's a 10 mil that I haven't shot yet. And the other night I looked out the window and there was a raccoon on the back porch. And I opened the porch door and it goes running off to my right. And here I've got this 10 mil that I've never shot before. And from the hip, I spun one-handed, popped off around, figured I missed it. The next day I was walking around and a short distance away from the porch was a dead raccoon from a gunshot wound.
Yeah, so he got him and stuff. But man, at first I was okay, I'm not even going to say that. At first, I was really pissed off because these raccoons and opossums have ate like 30 of my chickens. Okay. So I was getting so ticked off at this whole thing. So at this point, I'm like, you know what? I got to bait up these traps. I got to figure out what to do. I got to get rid of them and stuff. And, and I thought, well, am I doing the right thing by, this? And I'm like, well, I can't go relocate them because that's just wrong to go put them on someone else. You know what I'm saying? Because then there's someone else's problem. I can't do that. I can't just let them go because then they're going to come right back and I'm going to have a huge, massive problem with all these animals. So there's really nothing else I could do. I've got to protect my birds. I don't know if some people think that that's wrong or what, but that's just what I feel like I have to do to protect my chickens. I mean, they're providing us eggs. They're good companions. Got to do what I have to do to protect them. So, and that's what we decided we have to do is we just have to eliminate them. So, hey Vision, good to see you. Hey, CUCV Farmer, good to see you. Thank you guys for being here so much. If anybody wants to come up here and join us on panel, I posted the link is there in a pinned comment. So you guys, if anybody wants to come up here and just talk about whatever you guys are doing or,
yeah, please do.
Any kind of prepping thing or anything that's going on in the world, it's fine. Talk about anything you want to talk about. It's fine. If anybody wants to come up here. Go ahead and talk. I need a drink.
What's everybody think about Ukraine getting F-16? Personally, I think they need A-10s better.
I cannot believe that it's this close to the election already. I can't believe we're almost August is halfway over and stuff. It's flies really fast and it's like feel like there's never enough hours in the day, never enough time to do anything. Oh, I want to show you guys my shirt real quick. I don't know if you guys can see it. Let me see. Girls just want to have guns. Got this online and stuff. I thought it was so cool and stuff. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but it's from We the People holsters. They got some really cool stuff there. If you guys are looking for some holsters or gun belts or apparel and stuff, they got some really cool stuff there. Again, I'm not sponsored or anything. I'm not getting paid, whatever. I actually want to contact them and see if I can get like a discount code for you guys and stuff like that. But otherwise, they got some really cool stuff there. So
yeah, they got a gun belt that's leather, but it's so expensive. I'm just having a hard time spending $100 on a belt.
Yeah, but they've got all kinds of holsters and stuff, and they're all the holsters aren't that bad prices. Really, the gun belts aren't either because they are expensive. That's just that's the normal prices and stuff for them. In fact, I've got thank you, Shannon. Thank you guys. They like I got a gun belt from them. And I think I only paid $50 for that one. They do have a leather one that was like $130 maybe or something like that.
Just over 100.
Yeah, it was somewhere between 100 and 130.
I just like the
So,
way it buckles like a regular belt.
and it's a leather belt, so of course it's going to be a little bit more. Thank you, Coffee First. Yeah, they have a lot of stuff over there. So if you guys haven't checked them out, I'd suggest checking them out. I wish I had a coupon code or something for you guys. Maybe I'll work on trying to get one for you guys to go over there because they've got some really good stuff. Um
Yeah, I've bought so many holsters trying to find one that is comfortable.
Hey, you're funny, Minute Man. I'm sure they had something there for guys just want to have guns too. I don't know. uh I was just reading comments here for a second.
Then when Kelly and I first got together, she was scared of guns.
Yeah, we could do a video about that or something. About like, especially I understand coming from a woman's point of view, um, how to go about. So, like, if you're a guy out there or something, and you've got a girlfriend, a wife, a sister, an aunt, whatever, that's kind of that you want them to be able to protect themselves, but they are a little bit, they don't like guns or whatever. I could have some pointers on that kind of thing. Yeah, because I was literally the first day, he had a couple of different ones, a rifle and a pistol and stuff, and we went to the range. My very first time ever going to a range, okay? Um, it was an outdoor range, and it was kind of like a private one. You paid like a certain amount a year or whatever, and it was kind of private, so there wasn't anybody else over there at the time that we were there. But the noise from it and everything, I took off. They had like little porta potties on the other side of the thing, and I was literally hiding on the other side of the porta potty. And he's like turning around and stuff. He finally came and found me, and he's like, "What are you doing? I didn't know where you went or whatever. You were here, and then you were just gone." And I was like, I can't handle it and stuff." And I was pretty much freaking out. Second time we went, I did actually try his 45. I shot it once. And I was
And
like,
did well.
yeah, but I was like, I can't. It's too, I can't deal with it. It's too strong. It's too loud. Whatever. I can't do it. So, but I told him, I said, but I don't want to give up and not do it. I said, you know what I need? I probably need a 22 to start out with, a 22. And we had a little bit of money at the time saved up, so it wasn't a big deal. We left, went to Academy, got a really cheap 22. I'm talking like it was like $250 or something. It was a Taurus 22. And got some ammo for it, and went back, and I started shooting it, and I was like, okay, I can do this. I kind of like this. This isn't bad. So then I was like, well, let me get a 22 rifle. So I
Rabbit
did.
Cow, we have one of those too.
What was it? Oh, an AK. Yeah. And so I was like, well, let me get like an AR style 22. And so I did that. And I was really liking that. I mean, that one sounds like a stinking BB gun or something. It is so dang quiet. And then I kind of went up from there. After that, I decided I'd go for a 9, and I'd use the 9 and stuff. Honestly, I still haven't shot the AK. I don't know why. I just haven't. I've got a 5.56, and I've also got a 308 now, which I've shot that one a couple of times. Hey, Tiger. But yeah, definitely starting out with something small. The other thing too about this, that he still does this to this day, is he'll tell me, do you or he won't ask me if I want to go to the range. He'll wait until I say, hey, let's go to the range or something, because he doesn't want to push me um more than what I can handle and stuff.
Yeah.
And with my bad panic attacks and anxiety, because I think that's what happened the first few times, is I had a really bad panic attack and stuff. Hey, Independent Many and Tiger, good to see you guys.
To me, any day at the range is a good day. But I don't want to pressure her. she has to say, okay, let's go to the range. And she said, you want to go to the range? It's like, duh. But
yeah.
I'll just wait. And when she's ready, then we go.
And that's a nice thing too, is that he was very patient with me. Like, he would never harass me and say, let's go to the range or let's go. Or if we get there and I'm like, kind of, there was one time we went to the range and I started having a really bad panic attack, like really bad, before I even started and stuff. And he's like, you know what, let's just go and we'll do this again when you're ready and stuff. So out of everything, the first thing I can say is, if you know someone that's, you know, kind of worried about guns and scared and stuff like that, start them with a 22. And the other thing is, don't push them, let them come to you. At least for me, because then for a while I was constantly wanting to go to the range. It was like I wanted to go all the time, you know. So it just takes a little while for some people. I was not raised around guns. Nobody in my family shot. I kind of think that my whole family was liberals, and you know, guns was never brought up in the household or anything like that. So, you know, and he'd been around them since he was a young kid. So
yeah, when I was in grade school, my dad would take me to the range, and every Saturday morning I'd go to the range. And my granddad had a farm, and he would take me. He had a 20 gauge shotgun. He would take me out to the farm and just throw stuff up in the air and have me shoot it.
Yeah, and see, I wasn't lucky enough to be around anything like that. So, I mean, I think that that's absolutely awesome that, you know, you were able to learn that kind of stuff at a young age.
Like, I think maybe we need to get a shotgun and one of these days try skeet shooting.
Yeah, that would be fun. I'd like to do that. I haven't done skeet shooting before, so we don't have a shotgun. We've got everything else possible, but we don't have one of those. So yeah, that's something that I'd like to do. I think I would enjoy that. I'm just trying to see if I'm missing anything in chat.
Yeah, shooting a moving target's way different than shooting a target that's stationary.
Yeah, and that's something that I want to start working on too a little bit, now that I'm more okay. Let's go back. This whole thing started like about in 2020 was like the first time that I had actually gone to a range and stuff. So I mean, I'm not like super proficient, although I am pretty good. But
I call her Annie Oakley.
Yeah, because it was funny. We went to an indoor range, and something, he had just gotten a new pistol or something.
It was the 45.
The 45. And I was like, well, let me try that for a second. And he's like, okay. And I shot 3 times, and they like all went like the whole went right in each other. Like, my first time picking it up using it. So
she shot once, and she shot the second time, and it was maybe a quarter of an inch over, and then she shot the third time and put it in one of the holes that she had already punched.
Yeah. So like New York Outcasts. Yeah, so I've definitely gotten over the fear and stuff like that. Hey, Katrinka. But like I said, it takes a little bit of time and stuff when you're not brought up around this stuff. But what I want to work on now, because I'm, you know, feel proficient enough in that kind of thing, is I want to do some like actual work where like some prone position shooting, some you know, when people move, like targets moving and stuff like that. Just do some different kind of you know, just because when a situation your target's not going to be stationary, and it's not going to be a piece of paper or a metal, you know, something else. So you have to think about that. Just because you can hit stationary from something doesn't mean you're able to shoot something that's moving and stuff. It makes it a little bit more difficult.
I'm pretty proficient.
That's why skeet shooting would come in handy for that.
I'm pretty proficient at shooting 100 yard with the rifle, but now I want to start and stretch it out and see if learn to do 200-300 yards.
Yeah. I own a 12 and a 20 gauge, and can tell you a 20 is more enjoyable for fun. Okay, well,
Yeah, I was just
that's nice
I
to know because I wasn't really sure what to get either, though.
yeah, it's kind of like I like 12 gauge, but I don't know if that would be too strong for you. It's kind of like my aught six.
Well,
I
you need to be careful now too with your shoulder surgeries and
true.
your shoulder problems and stuff. So you need to, have something that's not going to give as much kickback in your
Hmm.
shoulder and stuff either. So whatever you use.
I just it's kind of like
Hey Sherry, good to see you.
the opposite aught six kicks pretty hard too.
Yeah. So you need to be careful of that with just the shoulders and stuff. Coffee first. My shoulder can never handle a 12 gauge. Yeah. Yeah. 20 is weaker than 12. Yeah. That's what I was thinking. A 20 would be good. 410 would be a good choice for
Yeah,
me.
too small.
Oh, well, I guess not. Too small. Mm. No, I had to get a 308, an AR-10 because I just wanted a 308. So,
And I did too, but I went M1A.
and it doesn't. I'm actually surprised it did not kick as hard as I thought it would, and it wasn't that bad. So I was like, okay, well, that's good to know. Same thing with like the 45 and stuff. Except for the first time when I shot it and I freaked out. But once I got used to, and I've been shooting the 22 and then moved up to the 9, and then I did the 45 and stuff, like I don't have much flip on it or anything. It doesn't, I mean, I've got pretty solid grip, and
Well, it's a heavy pistol,
that
which helps
helps too.
compensate for the muzzle flip.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I was like, what? I need to do 20. I'm trying to read this. Need to do 20 push-ups as fast as I can and sprint around before shooting with heavy breathing and tight muscles, and a little adrenaline helps mimic shooting and stress. Yeah, that's actually what I need to do. We got Red Dog here, so I'll bring him up in a second. Yeah, that's something I need to do is regardless anytime that I shoot, I still have a little bit of adrenaline going through me because I do get panic attacks, meaning I'm always up here elevated. Like I'm never normal where most people are. I'm always abnormal. So I'm elevated a little high. So regardless, I have a little bit of that and stuff, but
And warning, I'm about to say a wordy word.
a wordy dirt.
Yeah, a
Okay.
bad word.
Yeah.
So if you have virgin ears, cover them up right now.
Okay.
I've now shot the 10 mil pistol, and the FBI decided not to go with the 10 mil because they said it kicked too hard. All I gotta say is, FBI, you're a bunch of pussies. It wasn't that bad.
Oh, yeah, bad word. Okay, I'm bringing Red Dog up here.
Hey, woof woof.
How you doing?
I'm
Evening.
doing pretty good. How you guys doing?
I'm good. We're good.
We're good.
Good,
Yeah.
good. Let me go that way. Is that better? Is that a better picture?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay. Yeah, I wanted to come on and say hi and talk to everybody and let them know what we got going on in October.
Okay.
Um, we're going to have a fall camp out at Red Dog's Retreat. And because it's in October, it's going to be 2 weeks before Halloween. It's Friday through Monday is the official dates, but don't worry if you're coming. If you can only come Saturday and Sunday, that's cool. It's open. It's either way. If you want to come early, stay late. It's there for you. Anyway, because it's 2 weeks before Halloween, we are going to do a haunted trail hayride,
Oh, that
and
sounds cool.
Cool. Yeah.
it's going to be fun. I've been cutting the trail through the woods, and it's a brand new trail. Nobody's seen it out here. And I'll put some spooky stuff out there and hopefully get a couple of frights going. You know how that goes. But that's, I'm shaking. That's what we're going to do for that. And then it's just a camp out. There's no real agenda. We're just going to hang out around the campfire, enjoy hot cocoa, coffee, whatever. Probably, I don't doubt that I'll probably make either venison stew or venison chili on Saturday night for everybody. If hopefully it's cool enough that we'll enjoy it.
Mhm.
But I always try and do that for one meal out there, and just have a good time and sit around the fire. And because it's election season, if we're allowed to have one, um, we plan on having some really good discussions around the fire. I'm sure everybody's going to have their opinions as to what's going on and if it's going to be fair and that kind of stuff. And if we have time and if people are interested, we're going to break out the conflicted cards. I've got a set and just throw that up for discussion and have fun with that. Yep.
Yep.
I've got 7 decks, I think.
Oh goodness.
I bought the whole set when I bought it. They may have more now, who knows? But that's some of the stuff we're going to do. And you were talking about you need to shoot. Well, I do have a 100-yard range right next to camp.
Cool.
And I've got steel gongs, and then I've got paper targets we can hang up for sighting in stuff. And if you want to bring whatever you want to bring it. Just make sure you got your eye and ear protection because we don't want anybody getting hurt.
Yep. Yep.
And it's Red Dog's Retreat is kind of an adult friendly camp, if you know what I mean. So people probably be drinking some beers or some alcohol, and there may be some smoke going around. Where we got medical marijuana here, so that I don't doubt that'll be happening too. So just know that, but nobody impaired is going to be shooting on the range. If you want to shoot on the range, you do that first, and then go have your fun. That's about the only rules I have out here, other than have a good time. And as far as camp goes, this is my own property. I have 10 acres here, and so it's a private camp. We're not going to get anybody come disturb us or anything. And we've got plenty of room, so you can set up tents. We've got lots of trees if you're into hammock camping. So either one of those are fine. As far as your meals and stuff, like I said, I'll cook one meal Saturday night. But I do have a camp kitchen with 7 propane burners and a propane oven. And there's cast iron skillets and Dutch ovens and pots and pans and that kind of stuff. So you can cook your meals there at camp. It makes it pretty nice. And then you've got a table and chairs to sit at and eat and just have a good time. So, but it's all private.
Awesome. Sounds awesome. Yeah.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I people ask me, why did you do this? And the reason is because I got a ton of camping gear because I've camped for many, many years. And I decided, why let all that gear sit up on the shelves in the carport and let the pack rats get to it and just destroy everything? I might as well set it up and have fun. So that's what we did. We cleared an area in the woods off the side of the range and put up our camp. And I've got a wall tent up on a platform there. And I do have a little 2-room bathroom tent that one side's a shower, one side's for the porta potty behind the tent. So there's restrooms at camp. And then up here at the house, I'm sitting on the back porch where I usually sit. I don't know if you can see it. That over there and there, that's a shower and a restroom up here at the house. And that's like less than 100 yards from camp. So, if you really need a flush toilet, I got it.
That's awesome.
With a little luck, the swimming pool will still be up and going, and the hot tub's down. Unfortunately, we're having problems with the spa, so it's not been on this year. But anything we have here is open. We got hiking, we can do bushcrafting stuff. There's all kinds of stuff to do here, and anybody that is on Prepper Nation is invited. And I know you have a lot of people. Parking from the campsite is not that far, Lone Prepper. The parking lot is less than 100 yards to camp, and if need be, you can drive all the way to camp, unload, and then go back and park. So we're set up for that because the range, I can drive all the way down the range to the other end and work on the targets and stuff. But anyway, that's what we've got going on, and you guys are welcome. I know some of your audience here is not Prepper Nation, but if they're interested, what? No hot tub? I know it sucks. It really does. I tell you, this old guy bought the hot tub for my therapy on my ankle from the wreck I had in 2012. I'm still suffering and I will be hurting for the rest of my life. And I bought the hot tub to try and do some therapy on my ankle and my knees and hips and things.
They
And
do help.
it does, it really does, and I miss it sadly. I like the tub. I don't get in the swimming pool because my feet were injured in the wreck, and the steps going up and into the pool and back out are real narrow planks, and they hurt my feet real bad. So I don't even use the pool. But my wife and daughters and son sometimes get in there and splash around, so they have fun. And but yeah, everybody's invited. Um, we're in northeastern Oklahoma. If you know where Tulsa is, I'm about 25 miles from Tulsa east. I'm sorry, we are west of Tulsa. Tulsa is to our east, and we are near Keystone Lake. If you look at an Oklahoma map, I am probably not due south, but kind of south of the Keystone Dam, about 4 miles, maybe something like that. And way out in the boonies, lots of turns to get here. You'll see when you get here. But
I used to be in Okie once upon a time. My dad was born and raised in Lawton.
uh-huh,
When I was in junior high, we were at Stillwater.
uh-huh.
I've been to Tulsa one time, and I like it. But how far would you say it is from Stillwater?
It is about 55 miles.
Okay.
And it's straight down Highway 51. Highway 51 is the highway you use to get here. And it runs between Sand Springs and which is a suburb of Tulsa, basically. It runs between Sand Springs and Stillwater, and probably on past, I'm sure. Yeah, it does. So we're right on that road that you might take. It's not the highway. 412 is the divided highway. Well, 51 is too. But anyway, it's well, thank you, Katrinka. I appreciate that. I'm reading your comment. Um, it's just down the road there. Forgot where I was saying. Anyway, um, I would love to have y'all come camp, and there's room for all and all for fun. And like I said, bring your toys, your boom sticks and ammo, and your protection, eye and ear, and we'll have some fun shooting. And Kelly, if you want, I've got a 20 gauge shotgun and a 12 gauge. You can try both of those.
Oh, that would be
Yeah, that's a good idea. That way,
yeah,
if
I
the
will.
12 is too tough for you,
yeah.
I will give you this advice though. My son owns the 20 gauge. I gave it to him years ago when we were going to go dove hunting, and the first time he shot it, it kicked the hell out of him because it's a lightweight synthetic stock. If you get a shotgun of any caliber, go ahead and get the heavy wood stock, even though you carry it and it's heavier to carry out in the field or to the range, whatever you're going to do. It kicks a lot less, and make sure that you've got it into your shoulder before you shoot. That's my advice. But I'll go over all that when you guys come, because I'll spend some time with you, because I don't want you to be scared of it. My son got scared of it and threw it down after he shot the first shot.
Well, I've come a long ways from the first time that I tried, where I was just like freaking out by the whole thing and everything. Like it's been years now, and I'm getting a lot better and not afraid of them and stuff like that. But I've never shot a shotgun before though, or anything. So
okay. Well, if you start out with birdshot, it doesn't kick as much. Slugs kick a little bit. It's like shooting a big bullet. If you really want to punish your shoulder, go 12 gauge, 3.5 inch full choke, and get some Magnum turkey loads. If you really want to abuse your shoulder, and Rambo, we can knock that shoulder back in place doing that if you want.
Sound good?
Yeah,
yeah.
But that's what I've got going, and I don't want to hog the thing up, but I appreciate you letting me explain what I've got going on. For those that want to come, if you know how to get a hold of me by a private message, send me a message and I can give you the address and directions and everything. It's not that hard to find, but it is a lot of twist and turn. But GPS can get you here too. So
yeah, definitely. All right, cool. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. Well, I guess I'll drop off back into the regular chat unless anybody's got any questions.
Anybody have any questions? Katrinka, I'm going to answer your question in a minute. Well, you should go, Tiger. Find a way to go. It'd be awesome.
Yeah, I would love to have the more people, the merrier.
Yep.
It's a comfortable camp. I got room for several tents all around and hammocks and stuff. There's plenty of room, more room than we'll get people for sure.
And it's just such a good idea to have like-minded people just to come together.
It's the time.
Yeah, we need to do this kind of stuff now.
Yeah, we need to do it now because after things go sour, you're not going to be able to travel. You're not going to be able to meet people, those type of things.
Yeah.
So you kind of want to do it now. And part of what I did for Red Dogs Retreat is this is kind of like a bug out location for some people. And do I have a bug out plan if I have to leave? Absolutely. Could be wildfire, tornado, anything might force me off of here. But I've got some room, so I've offered it to people, some Prepper Nation people, Robin Prater and Paradise Acres. They're talking about coming out here. Robin's been here. She came to the last camp out in June, and she's planning on coming back. I don't know if she'll make it in October, but she'll be back. And God willing, and the creek don't rise. You know how that is. So that's what we got going on, guys.
All right, sounds awesome. Thank you for coming on here and talking to everyone about it.
Yeah,
thanks a lot. All right, woof woof.
Okay.
Bye, guys.
Okay, bye. Okay, so Katrinka, you were asking about does target practice help with anxiety?
Yes and no.
What I'm gonna say I'm gonna be honest. I have really bad panic attacks, really bad anxiety for no apparent reason, out of the blue, bad to the point of I've been to the emergency room multiple times because I thought I was having a heart attack and I thought I was dying. Doing target practice, although it's a little bit difficult at first, you have to push yourself through that anxiety. I've been trying to do a lot more of situations that just make me a little bit more uncomfortable, and trying to push through those type of things. It's been difficult, and at times because I never know when a panic attack's going to come on. But going to the range has helped. And if I'm in a certain type of mood or upset or just having whatever a day, going to the range does help with that because I can kind of take it out on that. I can concentrate on that. Plus, I have to concentrate on my breathing when you're shooting because that way you can shoot better and stuff. It's taken a while, though. It's not like, okay, I'm having anxiety, let me just go to the range. I mean, it's taken a little bit of time, but in my opinion, it has helped me a lot. Yeah, coffee first, you know what I'm talking about with the anxiety and stuff. Yeah. I need to go back through here and see something. I'm so sorry, Tiger. I'll be praying for you and hope that everything works out okay for you. I did not know that. Yeah, like facing your problems now when you're not in life in danger would be ideal if possible. Yeah, that's what I'm trying. Just different things that I know make me anxious and stuff. I've been trying, like, you want to be honest, we've been doing this for a year and a half now, the YouTube thing. But honestly, this is something that puts me outside of my comfort zone. Just sitting here talking with you guys about what we're doing, prepping, this kind of stuff is something too that puts me outside my comfort zone.
But it's kind of like so many times leading up to doing the live, you will be seriously stressing out. But the minute that we're on and you're talking to the people that are so friendly, and your nervousness starts to fade away.
Yeah, and honestly, lately, I haven't been nervous at all before I do a live stream. Hey, the Virginia Bushcrafter, good to see you.
Well,
It's
our
just,
people don't judge.
yeah, you guys are also just so wonderful. I mean, I don't even know how. That's why I like to have the giveaways, because I like to give back to you guys, because you guys are just so awesome. Like, we don't have trolls in here. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Like,
Except
maybe
that one.
well, it's one time, but I was gonna say, well, maybe we're not doing what we're supposed to be doing if we don't have trolls. We haven't made it yet. I don't know, but I mean, everybody that comes into these chats is just so supportive and so great that you guys have no idea how that makes us feel. Like, that just helps so much, and that's why it makes it so easy for us to do this. Oh, thank you so much, Handy Prepper. Like I said, you guys are just great. You guys are awesome. How are we doing on time here?
50. We're almost at an hour.
We're almost at an hour already. Wow.
See?
See, like, I didn't even realize. I thought we had like a half an hour left. No, we're almost at an hour already. Wow.
And Vision Quest will be next. Right?
Yeah, Vision Preparedness will be on having his live stream. So if one of the mods could put his link up in there, and you guys go over and see him after we're done here. And also, mods, anybody else that has a channel in here, you guys please go check out all these other people's channels. There's some wonderful creators in here. We don't grow by ourselves, we grow together, so we need to help each other. So go and check out some of these other channels that they're going to put up in the chat. Go give them a like, leave a comment. It helps the algorithm. Same thing for us. If you guys could like the video and stuff, maybe come back after the video's over in the comments and just leave a comment, even just say hi or something. Just those kind of interactions do help the algorithm, and that's the only way to really try to grow on this platform. I mean, it's a difficult process, but I mean, that's the only way to get videos pushed out, is if they think, oh, well, people are interacting with the channel, so they must be doing something right. So other than that, though, I guess we're gonna go ahead and go. Okay. Anything else you want to talk about? I think that was pretty much it for today, wasn't it?
Well,
go ahead.
One other thing that might make you mad.
Oh, might make me mad. Okay, well, go ahead.
Okay, I got not a what's the cards we're using?
Conflicted.
But a real world situation.
Okay.
Anybody out there that has adult children, if you were to have a stepdaughter that is now 18, calls herself an adult, got her high school diploma, if you had a child like that, how did you motivate them to move out and become a productive citizen,
or to just stop being lazy and get things together? I guess is exactly. The more
how do we motivate her?
Yeah, that's a good question. So for you guys watching the replay too, I guess leave us a comment if you guys have any ideas on how to do this. Are you having the same problem, Ed? Because you said or stepson, so I'm wondering if you're having the same type of problem.
She's living here free, playing on her phone all day long, very disrespectful to me. I do things for her all the time, and she never says thank you. Her brother would be standing right next to her while I do things for both of them, and he'll say thank you, and she'll just give me a cold stare.
Yeah, so it's just been a little bit stressful trying to deal with all this and stuff. But if anybody has any ideas on anything, I guess that would be greatly appreciated. But otherwise, I guess we're gonna go ahead and go, because we're over the time here, and want everybody to make sure to get over to Visions and go see his video.
Yeah, Ed, I'm seriously considering that.
Yeah, that's something that we've been talking about too. So all right, you guys. Well, you guys have a great rest of your day, great weekend and stuff, and we will talk to you guys later. Take care. Bye-bye.